Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, May 15th. So happy Tuesday. I guess I'll just start with how I feel, how I woke up today. I woke up at 3:33 today. I did an amazing ceremony, video ceremony, or watched this amazing video ceremony by Mike, the Peace Dealer on YouTube and Instagram. If you do not know of him yet, I'm definitely gonna put his info in the description box, because if you don't know about him, now you know, because he's definitely amazing, and check him out. But I did that at 4:44, and I came outside to do this at 5:55. Not intentionally, of course, but today I'm just feeling so resonant with everything, just in sync with the world. I just feel so just light. I don't know. I just feel really good. I know today I felt it as I was even doing the ceremony. Like, I could just feel the shifts. I could feel, because I believe actually I was doing I think I actually did the invocation when Uranus went into Taurus. I think it actually went into Taurus around that time. I could be wrong, or maybe that's when it was the official new moon. Either way, I could feel something. There was something that had like clicked, and it was powerful, and I felt it, and I can just tell that today's gonna be a different day. I guess it's just the way I'll start off with, and I just will get to the cards. I didn't actually spend that much time ruminating on them. Like, usually I'll sit and try and spend some time, but I kind of just wanted to come straight out with it and just see what comes, because when as I flipped the cards, I was like, wow, all right. So let's start with it. All right, so if y'all can see here, we've got an Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Hierophant. So I'm seeing a lot here. I guess I'll even just start with the individual cards and then kind of get into what I'm seeing with it all together, because I mean, these are two major arcana cards. So if you're not aware of what these cards can be representative of, or you aren't aware of what I feel they can be representative of, because it can be different for everyone resonates with different things, then I'll just go over those, because I feel like these are the key. I mean, this is a key player too. Let's not even get mistaken. Minor arcana cards are not just, not important, but let's just be real. These are the trump cards here. So with the Hanged Man, for me, because this card has been coming up for me for the past month or so. So this has been a huge theme for me, a huge phase that I've been going through. So for me, this is speaking of having to let go of attachment, of control, and with that going through a spiritual enlightening. That's just the first thing that came to my mind, because that's what I was kind of personally, not even just a personal, but the issues that I was having to really release had to do with attachment in all shapes, sizes, whether it was attachment to love, attachment to expectations, attachment to whatever it is. For other people it could be, attachment to money, attachment to sex, attachment to anything, you know what I mean? And so this card definitely represents surrendering, having to release, and through that release coming into a knowing. With you, when you see that golden light around his head, it definitely speaks to me of the crown chakra. So if you're someone that's working with the chakra system, that's definitely something I would be working with today. The Hierophant. So this is the Taurus card. It's Taurus's card. So not only is it Taurus's card, because I mean, there's a bunch of cards in here that would be representative of Taurus to me whenever I pull them, but this is speaking of the values. When we're speaking of Taurus today, or not just today, but when we're speaking of Taurus, we're not just focused on the fanciful and the refinement. That is the stuff, but today and with this card, this is speaking of your values, of your beliefs, your education, but like your belief systems, even group conformity, which that's even huge when we're talking about Uranus coming in. Uranus is a radical. Uranus is a transformer in a sense. It's the one that's, I mean, you could say Pluto's really a transformer, but it's the one it's kind of like a catalyst. And it's there not to shake things up and just for the sake of shaking things up. It's here to essentially shake the group conformity, shake the status quo. That's what, when I think of Uranus and Taurus, shaking up, if you were thinking of Uranus coming through, the Fool card essentially coming through and shaking up this. And this looks like they're in, like, a church. This looks like, a very high official. I'm not Catholic or really religious, so I think it's a pope. I'm not sure, so excuse me if I'm incorrect. But either way, they're in a religious setting. Like, could you imagine the Fool card, like the jester, walking through here and just being like, hey, what's up? What is this? Is this a ceremony? And just kind of, that's what I'm thinking of here. So, especially with the Hanged Man together with this, with the Eight of Swords, this is talking about mental prisons that we have put ourselves in and allowed ourselves to be in, and surrendering the status quo and the group conformity and just going along with the flow. Eight of Swords is, the self-imposed mental prison. So when we're, especially, because this is the exact order that they fell out in, y'all. So if you are willing to let yourself surrender and let go of the attachment to the mental ideas, the beliefs, the paradigms, because if I'm telling you, y'all, but there is truth, but like the way that we see truth, and I can speak from a lot of experience as, not just a Gemini, but like my entire life being like this person, feeling like I've been seeking, the truth and going through, even these past few years of feeling like I had finally found the truth, feeling like I had finally been woke. Like this whole I don't even call it a phase, but this whole past not even couple years, but the past 5 to 10 years of like the woke movement and all that, like I was on that, y'all. I was on that. I was with it. I was for sure like that was what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be, I was put on this earth to like shake people up and make them aware, and I mean I was. And I don't even want to take away from that, because that was my truth, and it was true. It is true. So I don't want to say anything like that. Like, that's not my point. My point is, after a certain point, my truth changed, and you couldn't tell me. You could not tell me even a month ago that I would believe the things that I believe now. So that's why I'm saying, if you really surrender to the process, and you surrender, and you really, not just surrender, but you kind of, I mean, I guess that is kind of the word. Because I don't want to assume what everyone's truth is. But I do want to say, surrender to whatever truth is trying to be shown to you. that you just won't even allow yourself to look at, you know. But I feel like you ultimately feel, you know, you feel like you gotta let this stuff go, but because it's so used to it, and again, there's no judging, there's no shame in any of this. Whoop. It's normal. And, you know, like they say, this, you know, the time it takes to build a habit, you know, is at least the same amount of time, if not more time, that you'll need to break it. I hope I said that right. You know what I mean? Make it versus breaking it. So these thoughts that we've had, these ways of thinking, these have been long created way before us. And so that's why I keep trying, not even keep trying, but even now I am just accepting and realizing that it's not just me, that pain that I feel, the emotions that I feel, the things that I feel don't always belong to me. To be honest, most of the time they don't belong to me. At least for me, as a water sign, like Mars, Pluto dominant, I wish I could explain to you, or just like emphasize how much I can sympathize with those of you that may be feeling that way. But I trust if you surrender to the process, you're gonna see the truth of your values. That's what I feel here. Not even just that, but I feel like you'll see the truth in other people's values. I did want to also talk about, because I normally do mention the bottom of the deck. So 8 of Wands means, I feel like this means this energy is here now. It's happening. Like I told y'all, or not even I told y'all, but I mean, you know, we were able to notice with the transits, but even myself, like I could just feel it, that shifting was coming. Like people were just acting weird. So I was like, oh, something's about to pop off. So 8 of Wands, so this stuff is starting like to kick in. This has the World inversed, the Magician inversed, 10 of Pentacles inversed. Or actually, I'm not even sure if my deck was actually upside down. So this could actually even be like this, for all I know. But either way, I'm not even seeing these necessarily as inversed. I'm really not even concerned with that, because just having all of these cards underneath this, like do y'all see? Like full cycle completion happening, so that we're able to come into our manifestation powers, like, and our confidence, and our, you know, our, what would you call it? Just our power. And then 10 of Pentacles, that's, I mean, that's already earthy, and this could be money, so some people could be, you know, coming into some money or coming into some new form of wealth as far as, you know, finite currency is, but it's concerned. But I see this more as just like even family, a soul family. I see this as like spiritual blessings, like knowledge being dropped on us, knowledge about our family, about our true worth, our true value, that allows us to feel like the true magicians we really are. Whew, so yeah, I hope that resonated. I just felt really good after doing the ceremony again from Mike, and I was just like, yo, I gotta jump into the cards, because I'm just like, the energy today is just, whew, I feel it, and I'm kind of riding high on it. So I hope that you watching are able to, you know, ride the wave as well. Otherwise, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Gladiator in Sweats. That'll also be in the description box in case you don't know how to spell it or whatever. I believe that is really it. To be honest, I feel kind of bad about not having finished the mid-May readings by now, because I really intended to have them out by today. But with all of the energy that had came through and like all of the downloads I was getting, just so much that came through, I just kind of had to like admit to myself like, okay, this is also one of the lessons. Like sometimes you know, you got to put the mask on yourself before you can put it on others kind of thing. So it's like I'll definitely get them out. I've got 5 more. So I've gotten through half the zodiac. But otherwise, again, I hope you guys have a great day. Remember you're loved, you're blessed. Remember that you're here for a reason. Remember that you chose to be here through this for a reason. So just know that there's nothing on your plate that you cannot handle. So with that, many blessings and so much love to y'all. Bye.